If you do not enjoy Whitney Houston's voice, seek help. Hey creators, welcome back to Creator Best Life for a brand new video. For those of you that are new here, I'm Kimani and this is Creator Best Life. Today I'm excited because we're talking about soundtracks. Y'all know how much I love film and TV and I love soundtracks.
You know I love music.
I use soundtracks to write every single one of my scripts. Y'all know this. I am not new to this. I am true to this. And today I'm talking to you about some of the best soundtracks of all time. And I think that soundtracks are so important because they depict the emotion, the feelings, the gravity, the theme of the story that you are trying to tell. They are so important. Have you ever watched a silent film? Or have you ever watched an IG reel or TikTok without the music? You know, you don't understand. It doesn't have the same je ne sais quoi that a video that had music would have. You know, silent just doesn't, I mean, I know some people can't hear, but silent just doesn't give. Like if I had to give up one of my senses, I don't know if it could be my hearing. I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe smell, because I could still taste. I don't know. Smells or taste at the same time, but I don't know. Anyways, soundtracks are just really super duper important. They help make your movie. They help tell the story in a more emotional way, and just having the actor there and having the lighting. Like there are so many aspects of storytelling that just bring it together that without it, it's missing an element, you know? So yes, I'm talking to you about some of the best ones. If you like videos like this, please give me a thumbs up, hit the notification bell so you're alerted every single time I post a brand new video, share with a friend, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button so you let me know that I'm doing a good job and you are having a good time here. Join the fam. It's a good time. So now that all the housekeeping is out of the way, let's talk about soundtracks. Okay, so like I was saying, great movie soundtracks can just elevate a film from good to unforgettable, phenomenal, perfection. You know what I'm saying? Everyone loves quoting a soundtrack. We sing along. We need songs to remember things, and that's how they become unforgettable. So they serve not only just as background music, but as integral components of the film's emotional, thematic, and narrative structure. That's what I was just saying. A well-crafted soundtrack can leave a lasting impression, and some of the greatest soundtracks have done just that. Here's a list of some of the most iconic movie soundtracks and why they are considered great. Let's dive in. Okay, we're starting out strong with The Bodyguard. It was in 1992. Why is it great? The soundtrack to The Bodyguard, particularly Whitney Houston's renditions of I Will Always Love You and I'm Every Woman. How, like, the voice? They became a massive cultural phenomenon, honestly. It blends pop, R&B, and soul with cinematic grandeur, and it's like that was just the beautiful soup of music. And the album showcases Houston's incredible vocal range and perfectly captures the emotional highs and lows of the film. It became one of the best-selling soundtracks of all time and remains a staple in pop culture. Iconic tracks, like I said, I Will Always Love You, I'm Every Woman, and Run to You. If you do not enjoy Whitney Houston's voice, seek help. Seek help, because I'm like, hello? Anyways, yeah, phenomenal, beautiful, unmatched, truly unmatched. That's why it came in as number one for me, personally. All right, number two, Love Jones's soundtrack is absolute perfection. Not only did it have the poetry there, but it also had so many of the songs that we were used to hearing on a regular basis. All right, let me tell you why it's great. The soundtrack features a carefully curated mix of neo-soul, R&B, and jazz. Those are some of the only genres outside of praise and worship music that I will listen to. If it's not Music Soul Child, my personal favorite Usher, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear any of the new stuff. I just want to listen to everything that came out in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Anything after that, leave it alone. Just leave it alone. I'm sorry. I can't do it. So these perfectly capture the film's romantic and introspective vibe. Artists like Lauryn Hill, D'Angelo, and Nina Simone contribute to this fresh, rich sound. So freaking good. And the cultural impact, it just reflects the era of the late 90s, showcasing the music that resonated with the generation. The songs evoke nostalgia and connect deeply with the themes of love and relationships. All right, number three. Whoever knows me knows that Lion King is one of the greatest soundtracks of all time. Let's talk about it. Elton John, just Elton John by himself, right here, okay? Carried the team. The Circle of Life is just one of the best songs of all time. It's just a masterpiece of emotional depth and grandeur. So freaking good. The score has also been done by Hans Zimmer, and it complements the powerful songs like Circle of Life, Hakuna Matata, which have become timeless classics. The music perfectly reflects the themes of family, destiny, and the circle of life. I can't lie. Part of the reason why this album is so amazing is because it ties in real African music. They had lots of African voices on the tracks, and I don't know how well they were paid. I don't know how well they were compensated or treated, but I do know that Disney copyrighted Hakuna Matata, which is unfortunate because that's a Swahili phrase. How you gonna copyright somebody else's ish or trademark somebody else's ish? I don't understand. I think that it was important to point that out because there were a lot of Black artists on that soundtrack that we never think about, hear about, talk about, and I just needed to highlight that really quick. Shout out to all the other people that took part in making this special for all of us, because that movie came out 30 years ago and we're still obsessed. Honorable mention, because I did not put it on my list, but I should have, Tarzan. Phil Collins did his big one with Tarzan 2. I must admit, I loved it. So freaking good. You'll Be in My Heart. I'm trying to learn that on piano. And Son of Man. I think those are such good songs, and Phil Collins is just the GOAT. All right, next, we got to talk about Dirty Dancing because it was fire. It's great because it's packed with iconic songs that have become synonymous with the film. The music, which blends pop, rock, and R&B, serves as a backdrop to the movie's romantic and rebellious themes. Songs like I've Had the Time of My Life became huge hits, and the soundtrack itself is one of the best-selling of all time, which is crazy, right? But it was a fire movie. The music also perfectly complements the dance choreography, creating a synergy that has made the movie and its soundtrack totally unforgettable. So here are some of the iconic tracks. I've Had the Time of My Life, like I mentioned a few seconds ago, Hungry Eyes, and She's Like the Wind. These songs are so freaking good. They've been recreated, they've been sampled, and we just can't get them out of our head. So just really good songs. Next is The Dark Knight. I freaking love that movie. Here's why it's great. Hans Zimmer, once again, and James Newton Howard's score for The Dark Knight is a dark, atmospheric, and intensely powerful soundtrack that complements Christopher Nolan's gritty, psychological Batman film. The music mirrors the chaos and moral ambiguity of Gotham City, particularly the Joker's anarchic philosophy. Very dark, very suspenseful. The pulsing, relentless score builds tension, heightens drama, and reinforces the film's themes of duality and heroism, which is really cool because they have the light and dark. You've got Batman's, internal monologue talking about, I'm not the hero that the city needs, but the villain that they deserve, or something like that. I'll play it up here. But
a hero. Not the hero we deserved, but the hero we needed. Nothing less than a knight.
But I think that was just really great because he's definitely not a hero, but he's also not a villain. He does what needs to be done, though. And to be honest, he's a billionaire, so I mean, how good can he really be? Here are some iconic tracks. Why So Serious? That was the Joker's theme. And then The Dark Knight, as well as A Dark Knight. And so, yes, go check those out because they're fire. If you ever want to write something suspenseful, dark, gritty, thrilling, that's probably a good soundtrack to listen to because it's epic. Next is the Breakfast Club soundtrack. Here's why it's great. It's an iconic collection of the 80s music that perfectly complements the themes of youth, rebellion, and self-discovery. Very coming of age. With contributions from artists like Simple Minds, this soundtrack became a defining part of the teen movie genre. The music helps encapsulate the era's mood and underscores the film's emotional beats from its opening credits to the final uplifting moments. Don't You Forget About Me by Simple Minds. That is such a staple song. We Are Not Alone by Carla DeVito. If You Leave by Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark. I can't pronounce that right. I did take French, but I cannot pronounce that right. Those are the iconic tracks. Go listen to it. It's totally unforgettable. Next is none other than Prince's movie, Purple Rain. Here's why it's great. It's such a musical journey. because it has Prince's music on it, obviously. The songs are deeply embedded in the narrative of the film and are essential to understanding the emotional arcs of its characters. The soundtrack blends rock, pop, and funk, and it's a tribute to Prince's genius because he could play so many freaking instruments, and the songs have just become timeless classics. The album is both a reflection of his unique style and of an emotional soundtrack for a film that explores themes of love, pain, and relationships. Super important. So obviously, the title of the movie is Purple Rain. One of the best songs is Purple Rain, When Doves Cry, and Let's Go Crazy. And I must admit, When Doves Cry is probably the best one of all of them. Just so freaking good. I still don't quite understand what the song is about, but I love it. I'll sing it every single time it's on the radio. And I know most of these are movies. There are some fire soundtracks for TV shows, and here are some of my honorable mentions: The Haunting of Hill House, The Haunting of Bly Manor, some more of the movies, any Disney movie. I think that a Goofy movie is fire. You cannot tell me that Powerline was not real. The Holiday, Interstellar, and Inception. Super fire. I believe Hans Zimmer is on a good chunk of like Inception, Interstellar, I'm pretty sure, but so freaking good. And so yeah, these are some of the soundtracks that I really love. They've helped bring the stories to life so well, and they're great because they do more than just complement the film. They become a part of the film's identity. Essentially, you can't think of movies without thinking of their soundtracks oftentimes, because it's usually like a very prominent singer at the time or a very prominent musician at the time who is bringing these songs to life. And so you just can't forget, these soundtracks amplify the film's emotional resonance and they elevate the cinematic experience. So comment below which are some of your favorite soundtracks that you like to listen to, but also if you are a writer, creative, and you use soundtracks to create your art, which are some of the favorites that you like to write to and create to. I personally love The Dark Knight, Inception, and The Haunting of Hill House's soundtracks. So if you like videos like this, give me a thumbs up, hit the notification bell so you're alerted every single time I post a brand new video, share with a friend, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button so you can join the fam. I hope that you truly enjoyed this video. I will talk to you guys in a brand new video very soon. Go out and create your best life today, guys.